let's get it going. Like Halle Berry was the best example. I had not one idea for.
Round of applause for Halle Berry.
Big shout
It's a round of applause for Halle Berry.
I
You got to come on.
I didn't have not one idea for it at the time, but it's one of those things where, like you said, for sports, it's like, look, this is your opportunity, man. Either take it or not, because she's always going to be Halle Berry. Okay, so like you're going to have to figure something out and make something out of nothing if you can. And so we had this idea, and she was amazing. Like she wanted to do it all in one take. She was with it. A few takes, she was down to just keep going, and it was the best experience for her too.
The Donald Glover one was funny because I always thought the first time I saw the video, I thought it was Donald Glover. The first time I saw your videos, I thought you were Donald Glover for like a hot second. And it wasn't until I saw like the second or third ones, I was like, oh. And then y'all had the collab video together. How did that one come
Oh
about?
my gosh. Okay, look, I know this is a time thing, but here, this is what situation happened. Quite literally, we bumped into each other, literally. And I wish I could say.
Did you do the Spider-Man meme when y'all saw each other?
One was funny. So the BET Awards happened, which was a whole thing. I'm walking over and I bump into Donald, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh, people say that we look alike." And I'm like, I have an idea if you want to do that. He's like, yeah, take my number down. And I'm like, it can't be this easy. And so I'm like, this is clearly someone else's number. And I text him, he's like, hey, it's Donald. I'm like, this is no way. Like, this is insane. And so one of those funny, and Donald probably figures this out now.
Donald.
But I was like, hit him. I was like, hey, someone do the video. He's like, yeah, man. He's like, are you going to be in New York anytime soon? And I was like, funny enough, yes, I'm here now. I was in San Diego. And I was like, I'm in New York right now. When even next couple days? And he was like, sure. But then he was going through mainly work stuff. So he was like, he didn't answer my text for at least a couple days. And so I kind of told my family, like, I'm going to go fly to New York right now. And you're either going to see a video of me and Donald, or I'm going to come back.
So you was Martin that flew to LA?
Yes. Yep, I flew out to New York. I legitimately I was in Brooklyn, and I stayed there for like probably 2-3 days. And by like the last day where I'm like, this is getting expensive, I'm probably gonna have to head back, is when Donald hit me. Is like, yeah, if you're around, let's do it. And so we did it there. And I mean, again, I'll always say this, man, the kindest human being I met, like the one of the realest human beings I met, and he's just so genuine, man. So it was a beautiful experience.
Did anybody surprise you, like with like not like necessarily like being a nice person, but just like being with it, right? Because a lot of people are like, you know what I mean, like, yo, yeah, well, we can do the thing there, the real. The real Instagram?
The real Instagram?
Well, we can do that. Yeah, come on, let's do it, Jordan.
We can do the Insta Facebook feed. Yeah, no, it's I'll tell you what.
It's the Facebook feed.
Look, man, it's something, man. I've heard some wild. Yeah, just do the thing. It's quick. But no, so I would say the outside of, because first off, like I said, Donald was with it. Like he was the one like, come here. He nailed it quick. Outside of Donald, I would say the other person that was like with it, they knew what was there before we even got there. David Cornsweet, Superman.
Oh wow!
Because I pulled up on him, and it was David Cornsweet, Nick Holt, and then and Rachel, the girl who plays Lois Lane, what have you. And mind you, I don't expect them to know what I do, but Cornsweet's like, no, I know, guys, I got it. And he got the phone, and he nailed it first take. And I'm like, this is actually kind of cool that he was with it like that. And funny, most recently, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum was so down. He's like, what are we doing? Let's do it. Let's nail it. And he got the zoom in right, and it was just awesome. It was super cool.
It feels like you're like the Instagram version of like Breakfast Club, right? It's like if somebody got a movie to promote or a TV show coming out, I'm like, you're gonna pop up with a collab one.
I'll be real with you on this front, and that's why I keep telling people, because they always ask, like, you know, like, oh, who's your list of agents? Who's doing this? I'm like, it is just me and Doug. And Doug is my manager. He's around here somewhere. Big shout out, Doug. Big shout out, Doug Landers, and Michael.
Roll the shit down, Doug.
Bro, Doug Landers, Michael Berkowitz. Those two guys are like, they're genuine geniuses, and we literally just sit down and we will chop like, how are we gonna do this? I do a lot of outreach as well. Like, I don't care how big or famous you could possibly get. You're never too good to do. I do some outreach yourself. Like, hey, like, let's do something. I'm here. I'll go to you. It don't matter. Even if it's against the schedule, even if it's losing us money, like, let's do this. Cause at the end of the day, like, I just want it to exist in the world, man. I think it'd be cool. Like, it would be cool to have it out and people like it, and hopefully they have a good experience. And that's what feeds my soul, man. Cause at the end of the day, like, all this extra stuff, the money, all that don't really mean much at the end of the day. You can't take it with you. So, you know, have a fun experience while you're here and help other people out where you can. So
I'm so glad you mentioned that because, like, you look up what are the top kids out there that watch the show, listen to the show, what are the top, you know, careers that people want as like YouTuber, content creator.
Yeah.
And they see your stuff and they probably think you got like some big team or you got like some machine pushing you, whereas, you know, most of the time it's just
Doug, man.
a lot of elbow grease, you know, doing that. So, like, in that same vein, was there a specific moment or a collaboration or a specific video that made you realize, yo, this is the one, I made it now. Like now did it sort of like set like a tidal wave for all the other big acts, like to start?
Or is it the
joining
one
in?
that you're doing in the future with Mello?
You can't leave without co-host right.
I got one for Melo. I got one for all of it. Don't worry about that. Come on now. Come on now.
And the fly, by the way.
And the fly.
Bring the fly into that. Fly can for sure do it. Now, I'll be very real with you, man. Like it's there was never really a moment. I know it's a cliche. Everyone says it, but it's true though. It's like there's not really a moment where you're like, I made it. I genuinely feel like if there's ever a moment in your brain where you're like, oh, I made it, you are already 2 steps behind. Like, I think at the end of the day, like anything, you know, like everything can go away the next day and nothing is ever set in stone. You know what I'm saying? Like the way I see it is like in this immediate moment, I've been blessed to have resources to do things that I want to do. And I need to do the best I can to utilize those while they're available. Right. I think there's a level of hubris to believe like, oh, like we can just get this done next year. There might not be next year for that. So why not now while we're here and right? Like, for example, like I said, when someone reached out to me, they're like, oh, well, we're in Europe. I'm like, no, I'll come to you. Where's Europe? Let's do it. Let's go.
Where's Europe?
Where's Europe? Let's do it.
That way?
One was funny. I was trying to do a year ago. I was trying to do something with Jeffrey Wright, and
Shout out,
I remember
big time.
I think they said I ain't never been outside the country before. And they're like, well, Jeffrey's in London. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll fly out there tomorrow. I know how far London was. I know what the process was. I don't think I had a passport. I was like, I'll do it. Let's do it. Like, you just got to be like, let's shift the norm of like pushing it off. Let's do it right now. Like, I promise you, and I have the same pitch for everybody. It takes 5 minutes. It's free, and I'll go to you, and I'm out of your hair after that. And you can, if you like it, good. If people like it and they're giving you props, good. The biggest thing for me is this: when we do the video, at the end of the video, when people are like, oh, Ryan Coogler's a genius for doing this, I want them to get the credit. Take it. I don't even want the credit. I just want it to exist. Yeah. That's all. When Willem Dafoe said yes, that's when I was like, okay, I feel kind of cool. Right? But I felt cool for like a day. That was cool.
I was about to say, like, not made it, but like, yo, this is kind of
some cool shit.
I would say Willem Dafoe 1,000%. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I fought for that one. I was like, dude, we need Willem Dafoe. That was and he was so cool.
Jordan, actually, I'll do it right now,
dude. When we met in Toronto, and he pulled up on me, he goes, hey, Jordan, he's like, I don't do this stuff. And I'm like, I know you don't. He's like, okay, so I'm going to cut out some of these words. I'll say this, and I'll say this. And I'm like, okay, perfect. He's like, all right, cool. Where are we filming? And we're walking into a bathroom. It's myself, Corey Hawkins, who is amazing, by the way, and Willem Dafoe. And we're walking in the bathroom. Willem goes, we're in a bathroom. And everyone had to explain why. Because it's weird to be like, yeah, let's get in this bathroom.
That's
weird. So, but
let's go film it.
Come on, let's go get
on the left one.
I was about to say, I was like, it wasn't a summer.
Yeah, well, just come in this bathroom store. Let's film it.
Hollywood Stories stuff.
Ignore the hole with the tape around it.
You'd be shocked how many Hollywood Stories start just like that.
But it was, but no, man, he was so open to doing it, and it was like a very humbling experience even for me, and it just meant the world that the video did well and people received it well. It's the most rewarding thing for sure.
Yeah, your wisdom and your age still throws me for a loop because I hear you talk and I see the beard and I find out how old are you, and I'm like, wait, what? like first time I looked it up, like I thought we was on the same age.
I look older than you, man.
It's the beard, bro. It's the beard.
You got a grown man. I got a grown man.
I got the beard going. I thought it was the same age. Just for the record, what's your age again?
28.
28. Yo,
bro, see, this is crazy. I was like, yo, this guy got the same amount of kids as me. Definitely. We right here. You know, and come to find out, you could have been a mistake.
Got 10 years on me. I'm like, goddamn.
You want to know what's crazy? Literally 2 days ago, somebody had kept asking me, they're like, okay, cool. And how many kids do you have? I was like, I don't know. I was on a plane with somebody. That's right. I was on a plane with somebody going into New York, and they were like, okay, and how many kids do you have? I'm like, I don't have any. And then literally in the conversation, okay, cool. And you're a dad? No, I'm not. And we're about to land. She's like, okay, cool. So you're family. I'm like, stop this. Like it was not reaching. It was not reaching. It was really funny though.
It's the beard, bro.
It's
the full unk. You know what I'm saying?
It's the unk beard. I found a gray hair in this thing, man. I'm like, oh, I'm cooked. Like I said, we're just gonna keep it rolling.
That's it, bro. You gotta hit the just
bro. You gotta chill out, man. You gotta chill out, man. You gotta chill out. Oh,
it's a compliment, by the way. It's a compliment. It's the wisdom. It's the wisdom.
Either way, I'm with it. That's all.
Bro, listen, I made the mistake of calling Will Smith an elder statesman.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, so you just calling me an old nigga.
Old nigga.
I was like,
oh, man, you gotta be careful, man. They be quick with each other. Oh, so you saying I'm old?
No.
Old niggas don't like to be called old,
seasoned.
Or they try to beat you to it, where it's like, hey, how you doing, man? What you mean by that? What do you mean what I mean by that? That's I want to tell you again, like, it's crazy because I said when I met Denzel in February, and the first thing I heard, because everyone's like, he's 70. I'm like, I know he's 70. And they're like, no, he's 70. I'm like, okay, I get it. They're like, no, he says it. I'm like, all right, cour I literally didn't know where. I heard him before I saw him because he walks in, he goes, hey, I'm 70. Literally, I'm like, they were not joking. He was like, no, this is me. I'm here. I'm like, okay.
That's like the preface. Like,
no, literally, he walking in like,
you gonna hear some shit.
You know what I'm saying? But again, like the most lively spirit, man.
Dog.
Bro, he walked right in. He talking about, hey, I'm 70. My knee hurts a little bit. I'm gonna need a chair. And I'm like, all right. Like I got it. Let me lock in here.
This was Gladiator 2.
This was for Othello. It was right after the Super Bowl, actually. Yeah. Actually, what happened?
He was in Mo, huh?
Well, that's the thing. Mind you, like again, like absolutely, they were grinding for sure. They were getting the work done, and I wanted to do a video with Denzel, so I was trying to reach out, and I reached out for Othello, and thankfully to a couple of very nice people. They were like, oh, like he's gonna be at this little private press event. We'll get you information. You can come in. Mind you, I was back home in San Diego. I was watching the Super Bowl. And they hit me and they're like, yo, if you can get to New York by 10 in the morning tomorrow, you can get in the room with Denzel. We can try to get some going. I said, great. Took a red eye that night. I told my parents, like, I got to go. And I left after the game was over, got on a red eye, flew into New York, didn't even sleep. I went straight over with my bag to the place. And they're like, you need an idea for Denzel, you need an idea for Jake, and you need an idea for both of them just in case. I said, I got it. Let's do it. And so I'm ready. I told them, like, with Denzel, I was like, it's going to take 3 minutes to like make it shorter. I said, it'll take 40 seconds. And they said, make it shorter. I said, it'll take 10 seconds. They're like, all right, cool. And so mind you, in my head, I'm like, we got to make it work. And so I'm waiting. And sadly, just because, again, it's a press event. I'm still learning what press days are. It's just like a long day of just interview, and you're just getting it all done in that day.
True.
And so mind you, they're trying to lump me in near the end to get it done. And mind you, like they have rehearsal right after. So like they're on a tight schedule. Denzel's giving a lot of time to people because he wants to give these thoughtful answers out. And I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, like, how do I explain this to him? Because no one's explained what we're doing. And I gotta explain to 70-year-old Denzel Washington.
That's all you know.
I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
boss Unc.
And I'll tell you what. And I'm like, look, the day's getting up there. The interviews are starting to get up there. Like, I don't think he's gonna have too much patience for me to do this. So, I pulled up on him, and I think at the end of it, I realized I'm like, I don't think this is end up gonna happen the way I want to. So I shook his hand. I thanked him for, just again how open he was with his answers, with the interviews themselves, how intentional they were. And I was like, look, man, like I had this little idea. I think we can do it. But he was already on go mode to go to the rehearsal, so he had to bounce. And from there I had to figure out how to meet with him again to do it. But that was probably the most intense situation because again, I don't have a big old team, me and Doug, and I flew out on my own, so it's just me. So it's me with a phone and this fit. And I'm just like, hey, so people aren't really gonna look at that and be like, oh, this is a serious media thing. You feel me? So it's an optics situation as well. Yeah, but it was one of those things.
The PR team and
I don't got the PR team and the 50 people, and then I walk in and then the 50 people leave and they carry me out, and I got the black truck and I got the I don't have all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just me.
Yeah.
Listen, So you are an online guy. We are online ourselves. You know what I'm saying? This is the number one show in America.
Well,
you know what I mean?
love that.
You feel
Okay,
me?
yes,
Talk
sir.
about
Yeah, this
it.
is the number one segment in America. You know,
First
what
one
time
of
it is,
season
bro.
3,
Season
baby.
3, baby. Let's go. It's fuck with it or fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Where we ask you a question, Jordan, and
Yes,
you
sir.
say, "Hey, Mello, Cass, I fuck with that.
Okay.
I agree."
Okay.
Or